Islam, now the Prophet always told us to never stray away from nationality, right? So today's topic, subject matter, we'll be discussing Hebrew Israelites are Moors, and I can prove it. Okay, so today we be dealing with, last week we dealt with the Native American Party, and we show how we definitely don't want to call ourselves Native American. Also, we are Moorish American because Native means, of course, being born in servitude. It's an Aboriginal who claims to be born in servitude, therefore you're still in servitude. And then we know that Indian means you're from India, and it's not India. We went through all that last week. So this week we're going to go into another group that our people are a part of, that also describe the Moors, but is what you call dogma. Is a dogma that was created as a diversion to keep you away from the Moorish signs. And as I was speaking with the brother Melvin, he the one kind of brought this to my attention that the Hebrew Israelites teaches you that in the Bible, that the Israelites were the ones opposed to the Moabites and the Canaanites. Therefore, they teach them to not be affiliated with the Moabites of the Bible. Okay. And I'm going to show you why. And I'm going to show you what is an Israelite. We're going to get into what is Hebrew. Or what really is Hebrew without the H. We know that. Okay. What is a Hebrew Israelite? Are we Hebrew Israelites? And is Hebrew Israelite a nationality? All right. So first, let's get into what is a nationality. And this comes out of Black Law's Dictionary, online version, second edition. Nationality, that quality or character which arises from the fact of a person's belonging to a state, to a nation or state. Okay. Islam. Nationality determines the political status of the individual, especially with reference to allegiance, while domicile determines his civil status. Nationality arises either by birth or by naturalization. Okay. Okay, so we see right here that nationality, the most important thing we're looking at right here, I'll teach y'all how to look at this a certain type of way too when you're reading these definitions. So you got connotative and denotative language when everything you read. So we want to know that nationality determines the political status of the individual. So what is political? What is your political status? So we're gonna look up what is political. Because a lot of people, when we talk about political or politics, we think we're talking about politicians, not knowing that you are a politician. Look up politics, the root word. And I'm going to show you why you want to be political. What is politics? Okay, they're giving you a short version of this right here. It's the science of government, the art of practice of administering public affairs. So that's a short version. Of course, the hard book version gives you an extended version of that. It deals with all your affairs. So anything you have an interest in is your political affairs. So what would you have an interest in? Your money, your cars, your property, your houses, your land, taxes. All these things are your politics. Your nationality determines your politics. So it determines what status that you will have when dealing with these things. And that matters because being black or anything that doesn't have a nationality that's not tied to a nation or state does not have standing in law. So that means that you can't even own anything. And that's just why we register a lot of our things over to the state. That falls under the Christian Black Codes of 1724. That we will not own anything as being black, Negro, Latin, the various titles they gave us, Native American. All these are diversions to keep us away from our true nationality. Okay, so just looking at this definition really don't give you good definitions on here. But we're gonna get right into what is a Hebrew Israelite, because it's an interesting topic. All right, first of all, let's get into the word Israel. All right, now we reading out Etymology Dictionary. Now, once I mentioned before, you have to know how to look up words a certain type of way. We was taught to read to complete, not to read to comprehend. Once you learn etymology, you know etymology is the origin of the word. It's the root of the word and what the word really denotates. That means what the root, what the real meaning of the word is. The connotation is like, say, like your newer dictionaries that they give us, because now we are dumbed down to a point where we just take anybody's word for things and we don't trace the origin of the word, or the we don't understand transliteration or translation of words. Okay, so when you get into etymology, anytime you look up a word, you want to look up the etymology, and most of the times those be the words, and that's the in a bracket. When you get the older dictionaries, you have to get unabridged dictionaries. Like I have an 1828 Webster's dictionary. Okay, if you don't have these dictionaries, you can look online like I'm doing right now. This Etymon online. It's etymonline.com, if you can see this. And if somebody can put that in the group text for everybody so they can see it, that'd be appreciated. So you got Etymon online, give you etymology of words, the science of the word. And I'm just gonna give everybody a reminder, if this gonna cut off in about 5 minutes, just call right back. Okay, we're gonna keep it going. We got a late start, but we're gonna keep it going. We're gonna heat up. But first, we're gonna heat up right in this word, Israel, or what you might pronounce as Israel. Okay? Old English, Israel, the Jewish people, the Hebrew nation. All right? A Hebrew nation. All right? From Latin, Israel. From Greek, from Hebrew, Yisrael. And we know Hebrew, but Hebrew is a more ancient language, right? Comes before Latin and Greek, I believe, right? So this is one of the true origins of the word. Israel is really Yisrael. That's a compound word, right? We know what, okay, the Moors, we call ourselves L's and Bays all day. All right, the prophet said that was our free national names. We bearing that. That's our free national names, that we gods and governors, rulers of the heavens and the earth, the Aborigines. All right. Now in Hebrew, Yisrael means he that striveth with God. And that's coming out, and they quoting that out of Genesis, looks like 32:28. Symbolic proper name. So it's a proper name conferred on Jacob and extended to his descendants from Sarah. He fought, contended, plus El, meaning God. All right, as the name of the independent Jewish state in the Middle East, it is attested from 1948. Now, what does that mean? Okay, that means a lot. Okay, first of all, Israel is ancient from Hebrew, okay, and we seeing that it's a compound word. It means he who fought plus El. So Yisra means he who fought, contended. He fought and contended, plus El, which means God. All right, so Israel means he who fought plus God. And then they telling you that it's the name of the independent Jewish state in the Middle East, and it's attested from 1948. All right, so let's get into what they talking about, it being an independent Jewish state from 1948. Now this the History Channel website, history.com. You always want to use credible sources, you know, as much as you can, especially when you're dealing with online. Because you got so much information out here that's floating around as false. So we want to get into Israel, because we know it's really with a Y. Okay? And it's Yisrael. So we know when we're dealing with English words, they use combination words or compound words, and they put words together that had different meanings. So we already know the state of Israel, they saying it started in 1948. That's Etymology Dictionary telling you that. So it's not really describing the landmass, not anciently. It's describing a person. It's an adjective. But it was a proper name given to Jacob. And we're going to get into that too. But I'm going to give y'all a reminder. We got about a minute left. So once it cut off, just call right back immediately, because I'm not going to wait. We're getting right back into it. We already had a late start, and we're going to get into it this Friday night. Y'all sacrifice y'all Friday night, and you're going to get something out of this one. So we know Yisrael is not a landmass of ancient times. When they describe Yisrael in the dictionary, it's telling you that it's describing a person. A person, and it's he fought, contended, plus El, which means God. Okay? So I want that to soak in with you, because we've been thinking Israel is a landmass that you can go to